Hey guys, Ames here. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. I will try and talk about the less known stuff because there are already so many tips and tricks videos out there. I will put timestamps for each part in the video description. I hope you enjoy. First, I will show you the timers. It's important to know that a survivor will always freeze first before a computer gets hacked by one person, if the computer has no progress at the beginning. It's also important to know when a server is going to wake up, because you don't want to waste too much time waiting for them to get up, because that gives the other teammates time to hack the computers. You want to make sure that you are not in the camping radius often, because the more you are in the camping radius, the more time you give the team to hack the doubles. Also, I highly recommend hacking without the skill check, because the skill check does waste you a lot of time. You have to be on the computer more than if you were to just skip it. An easy way to skip the skill check on a computer is by letting go of it and then rehacking. You can do this by, for example, jumping while you're hacking so that your character stops hacking computer, or you can quickly crawl and uncrawl to hack the computer again. I recommend crawling because with crawling you don't make any sound, and with jumping you do, so I recommend crawling. Now I will talk about the early game. I always see survivors hacking something like Shed First Play or White House, and it's so wrong. Please don't do that. During the head start, I recommend going to the double first, so that you have a bit of progress on it before the beast arrives. If everyone in the team goes to the double and hacks it in head start, the computer will have about 30% already, which is good progress for the beginning. The two most common computer spots to hack in the beginning in airport are garage and anime. For homesteads, the two most common computer spots to be hacked are barn house and any computer in brown. For facility 0, the two most common computer spots to be hacked are middle and blue. Make sure to check the common computer spots first depending on where you spawn. So let's say in Homestead you spawn near Brown House, you should check Brown House first, of course. If there's nothing there, if you don't see a double there, you should head to Barn. Now I'm going to show you how you can drop from the garage roof into the garage window with runner. So you can see that the window starts from right here, which is about the middle from this window. You can see that from the top when you're on the roof. And it ends about right there. So you have about this much space to drop into the window from the roof. When you're on the roof, you can just look, and we have about right there, and it should look something like this when you drop down. And then what this does is you can catch people off guard who are hacking garage. If they react late, you have a chance of hitting them when they try to reach the vent. There are also two double jump spots which are less obvious than others. For example, pretty sure everyone knows that you can double jump to garage roof. But there are two spots in Brown House mainly which help you to go on the roof. And this is very useful if you have let's say downstairs and roof, or roof and locks for example. So the first way is this side. You can wall hop on this brick, and then you have to walk back and get on the roof. I will show. So you just walk forward, you jump, you wall hop, and then move back and double jump up. And if you do it correctly, it should look like this. Oh, if I can do it, please. It should look like, and then boom, you're up. And then you can hit anyone who's here. Very simple. For this one, for the window, it's a bit different. You don't need to wall hop at all, but this one requires more timing. This one probably needs the most practice from those two. What you want to do is just go on this, then you move back and double jump up to this thing right there, and then this is the tricky part. You're gonna walk back and then jump up. You don't even need to double jump for this. You can, but it's not required. Let me show you again. So you just double jump up to this. So for this one, the first jump requires double jump, and then the second one doesn't. But for the second one, you need to jump after you already walked back a bit. But if you walk too much back, you're gonna fall off. So like this. It's important to know that first you walk back and then you jump. This is a mistake I did very often when I tried this jump. I always jumped first, but you need to walk back first, like a bit, and then you will get the hang of it the more you try it. Pretty simple. The next clip I will show you how to avoid the movement cooldown. Basically what I'm doing is, before my runner fully depletes, I'm hitting the survivor, and as soon as my runner fully depletes, if you are in the movement cooldown, if you have the cooldown, you will continue walking. You will still have the hit cooldown, but you will be able to catch up to the survivor and then just re-hit them. Very simple. I will show it in the next clip. I'm also going to talk about the Lox wallhop because that one is a bit different from the other ones. So what you have to do in this one is you wallhop after you reach this part. So you can't wallhop in this gap, like the middle log from these three. You have to wallhop on this one, otherwise it's not going to work. You can wallhop on this entire side here. So for example, let's say you have logs and mace, and the beats coming from mace. You obviously don't want to wall up here, because you're just going into his face. You want to wall up on this side, 2 yards. I'm also going to show you how it looks like when you wall up to mace and when you wall up to yard. So when you wall up to mace, it should look like this. When you wall up to yard, it should look like this. Very simple stuff. Now I'm going to show you how I survive mace. What I do when I'm trapped behind a computer in mace, I always go in first person and I listen to the audio. I don't peek at all, I don't double jump, I don't watch out for the beast light, I only listen to the audio. This one might be a bit extreme, because I know most of my friends, they usually just double jump and peek over the bushes on mace, but I don't think it's that great, honestly. Because I've seen my friends die because of that multiple times, and with my way of surviving mace, it has like, it's more difficult for sure, but if you're able to master it, it's very good. The last thing requires an NVIDIA graphics card. If you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, it might still work, but it would be like a different setting for you. I will show how it's done for NVIDIA graphics card. What you want to do is go down to the search bar and type NVIDIA control panel. Right there. You can also open this for your desktop by right-clicking on it and then clicking the same option, NVIDIA control panel. Then this window should pop up. You should go to this one. It's in German, but it's gonna be the second one for display. So it should look like this. Then the only thing you should change is this thing right here. It's gonna be in English like digital color adjustment. And I recommend putting this to the maximum. And then clicking apply. What this does is it makes every single color more colorful. That means you will see green more greener, and this is very helpful for the beast lights in the game. You will be able to see it much better than before. And if you want to revert the changes back to default, you can just go to the top right. It's gonna be like default settings resetting. Just click on it and we'll be back and just click on apply.